Welcome to episode 3 of our Analytical Autumn installment on budgeting. This week, we're talking about goal setting. In the previous 2 weeks, we talked about the terminology utilized in both personal finance budgeting and business sales budgeting. Then, we referred to the tools that can be utilized to build these budgets. This week, we're talking about how the goal needs to be the starting point when going through this journey. I previously covered a video on goal setting from a general standpoint. Goal setting is extremely critical, especially so when creating budgets. It's important to define for yourself what it is that the purpose of this budget is for. It's critical to identify the purpose behind a budgeting exercise. Not only whether or not you fit within a set budget, but also, what do you plan to achieve if you do fall within budget successfully? Envision yourself having succeeded with your budget. What next? Would this success enable you to elevate your financial knowledge, or grow your career, expand your financial freedom, or even just your confidence? Knowledge in your financial literacy is grounded in effective budgeting. Confidence, however, stems from knowing what to do beyond that with this information. Financial freedom can be achieved from successful budgeting, whether that is referring to successfully budgeting for your daily expenses, or if that's achieving your sales budgets and hence climbing that career ladder once you've achieved it successfully. Clarity of goals will ensure your path is enlightened in your budgeting journey. So it's important to clearly think about what you want to achieve by setting up a budget. In my personal finance budgeting journey, what I want to achieve is making sure that we have continuous financial freedom and the means to sustain our family, especially with a growing child. Let's go through another breakdown of the tool that I created. Input, output, income, expenses, and the breakdown of the categories depends on your needs. Again, for a sales budget, all variables need to be considered, a realistic target needs to be created, but unfortunately, in this case, the budget cannot be reviewed multiple times because a budget is set. In last month's video, we did talk about the different terminology utilized in business sales budgeting. If there are going to be reviews, these would be recreated in the form of a projection or a forecast. However, a budget is always set, and there cannot be much deviation. it is very easy to start projecting early on what you anticipate from your financials in the next few years. Set up a projection for what you want to achieve based on your current status and envision different scenarios based on potential additional projects when it comes to income streams, as well as considering large expenses that may come up. Not only is it very essentially useful information, but also a fun exercise. You don't need to be a financial advisor to know how to build these projections, but it definitely helps to have one or to be one. But ultimately, it's an exercise for you to understand your current benchmark and building year-to-year expectations for where you want to be. You never rely on luck when building these projections. They're based on hard facts and data. You definitely need to have a backup or contingency plan in every scenario. However, in order to succeed, you need to know what to expect in terms of expenses, in terms of breakdown of categories, and where you want to be in the next few years. It must not be up for debate whether or not to build these projections for yourself personally. It is simply the responsible thing to do when building your expectations for the future. Start early in order to devise a clear and reliable plan for your family. Create scenarios and build these projections based on each scenario, and that way you'll be able to adapt these different scenarios as the years go by. Your categories of expenses change over time, and therefore, revision of these categories enables you to budget accurately and to ensure that you're living a fulfilling and happy and healthy life. Take the time today, and your future self will thank you.